Now to the top story tonight, the aforementioned shootout between Hume and Williams over Mr. Holder. First up, from Washington, Juan Williams. Holder can't see everything, Juan? That was lame. That was, come on, even you. That was, can't see everything? This is big, Juan. When a guy comes and says, we're going to we're going to look at the phone records of a Fox News correspondent, you look at everything, Juan. Come on.
Let me just tell you, what's lame here, and I think you got it right in the Talking Points memo, Bill, is people who don't realize this is about national security, that Al-Qaeda has no right in the AP case to know that we have a double agent operating within their council in Yemen and trying to bomb a U.S. plane. And similarly, in the North Korea case, there's a real national security issue if you have North Korea knowing that we have someone inside their nuclear operation.
All right. I don't think fair-minded Americans dispute that. But with Holder, you got a whole different ballgame. Number one, he says, on the Associated Press leak, which was about Yemen and Al-Qaeda, that he recuses himself because he may be accused of being one of the leakers, which is ridiculous and absurd. No, he doesn't put that in writing. He didn't put it in writing. No, you're right.
You don't have
he didn't have to.
No, you don't have to.
But he should have, as any lawyer will tell you, he should have. Number two, with Rosen.
Judges don't put recusals in writing. It's not, I mean, we can change the law, but that's not the issue, Bill.
He's not a judge. He's a top law enforcement agent in the country. If he's going to recuse himself, he should write a memo exactly saying why so everybody knows it. Number two, it isn't about national security with James Rosen. It's about accusing Rosen in a stupid affidavit, which I hope you've read. It's stupid, of being part of a conspiracy to out a source in North Korea, when everybody knows that's fallacious and dumb and never happened, including Holder. Yet he signed off on it. Come on.
Okay, so let me respond here. One, this is really an outrage to call any journalist, but especially James Rosen, who has a lifelong career in journalism and works for a mainstream news organization. But here's the thing, Bill. You've got to distinguish between a Julian Assange in the WikiLeaks case or a Daniel Ellsberg in the Pentagon Papers case. These people are leakers. Rosen is a real journalist.
So what are you saying now? So you're saying that Holder made a foolish mistake, and your defense of Holder is he can't see everything. That's absurd.
No, so let me finish my point, Bill. So my point to you is what happened in the Rosen case is Rosen is using sort of dead-end email. He's using aliases, phony names to try to get this information.
Come on, get to the point.
And that led the FBI and some of these prosecutors then to decide we want to know more about James Rosen.
All right, fine.
I think at that point they should have said James Rosen's a real journalist and we shouldn't go after him.
If that's the case, he doesn't have to be named a co-conspirator. You go to the judge who ridiculously, after two judges wouldn't, by the way, a third judge signed off on it. And then and then Holder says he alerted Fox News and News Corp that this was happening. We don't have any record of that. No record at all. All right.
So hopefully that'll be proven one way or another, because they said they sent an email, they sent FedEx.
Holder could do it. Holder should have done it last week. That's when he said he alerted us. Show us the memo. He's like, in the Tom Cruise movie, show us the money, show us the memo. He can't, he doesn't have it. And then Juan Williams, after all of this, tell Hume, who I think wanted to punch you, that Holder should investigate all of this himself. How absurd is that?
It's not absurd at all. He's the right guy. He's exactly the right guy to investigate this, Mr. O'Reilly. I'll tell you why. He's a veteran prosecutor. You've obviously had prosecutors make a severe mistake about the relations between a legitimate journalist and someone who's interested in a probe into leaks that could endanger American national security. We need to have some guidelines.
Watch the replay of the fact that I listen to yourself. You are saying that this guy who made all these mistakes, Holder, should investigate himself.
He should investigate the prosecutors underneath him and the FBI agents.
No, it's him. He signed off on it.
He signed an affidavit. You could say that about the judge, Mr. O'Reilly. You want the judge investigated? No, I'm just saying to you, as a matter of law enforcement, we need to have clear lines so that real reporters don't get caught up in a national security snare and somehow treated as co-conspirators.
All right. So we'll have Holder investigate himself. That'll be great. No,
it's not investigating himself. He's investigating mistakes made in the course of looking into why national security information was leaked.
He made them. He ordered it. All right.
He didn't.
I
He
gotta get to
signed an
Hume.
affidavit presented to him.
I got to get to Hume. All right.
Well, have a good time, because I think that you will hear that national security is an interest of us all.
All right.